Hello there, it's your boy Kiro speaking, and you know how much I criticize Starfield. I got a bunch of crap for it, bunch of people agreeing with me on the other side. One of the most popular videos on my entire channel is about this subject, so you can find it over there. But today we're gonna react to Star Citizen, which admittedly I don't know much about, okay? I'll put it out there. I only check it out from time to time. I think I watched some gameplay last year from a very popular, but to me, random YouTuber. But all I heard about what I'm about to watch right now is that it roasts the hell out of Starfield. And you know what? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here for it. So it is called Star Engine Tech Demo. Starfield 4, not Starfield, but Star Citizen 4.0. So it's a huge title. So let's just get into it. Hold on though. Everything you're about to see has been captured in engine as one continuous shot. Oh, without loading screens. I see now. I see what people are saying now. Distance between planets has been compressed for the sake of brevity. All right, I'm already excited. 24 minutes. I'm not going to pause this too much because I don't want this to be like 1 hour, right? But okay, I'm ready. I actually want to see if this game is worth it because, you know, there's a whole lot of controversy with this game too. Since it's been in development longer than many of us have been alive in combination. Okay. For now. It's the YouTuber in me, man. I gotta speak because there's music right now. Copyright and all that. Yeah. I like my channel, okay? I'll just lower it down a little. I mean, the graphics of this game have always been fascinating. What I'm looking for, I guess in this deck demo, are graphics, but I wonder if this game has a story. Let me know. I heard about like Squadron 42 or something, maybe. There's like a cool video that showcases that. 64-bit large world coordinate engine. See, most of these things I won't even understand. This is looking cool. That looks like a very barren planet. No water, no nothing. Seamless transition from space to ground. So this is in-game footage. I gotta keep that in mind. This is in-game footage. Okay. This does look like CGI. So that's a lot. That's saying a lot right now. Fully explorable planets without loading screens or boundaries. Starfield is just crying in the corner. Yeah, man, damn. Physically based atmospheres with multiple light scattering. So let me get this straight. So this is like an amazing system, many amazing systems built together. And now they're adding this story finally. That's why it's taking so long. Planet surface generation on client and server at different levels of detail. Okay, cool. So you can allow different graphic settings, I guess. New Babbage, capital of Microtech. Okay. Babbage is an interesting city name. It's covered in snow. The capital, huh? Streaming allows for expansive exteriors with interiors. I ask you once again, what the heck does that mean? And we got a whole bunch of NPCs walking around. Location populated densely with characters and players. How are those NPCs looking like? Do they got the crazy Starfield eyes? Oh, damn, we got a bar. So I just had to check if it was recording or not. But yeah, just like the video says, seamlessly just going through physicalized frozen ocean. Real-time transit systems. I saw this one. Yeah, you actually have to wait for the train. Like, that's too much for me, you know? It's like, it's cool for people who really want to get immersed. I gotta say it's better than a loading screen still. And like you can play this game with your friends. So like if I was chatting with a friend while waiting for the transit system, sure. But by myself, dude, nah. I got work to do, okay? But like I see some stuttering, I see some shadows popping in and all that. So this is pretty brave that they're actually showing this. Like, yeah, this is in-engine. Irrefutably. That's badass. Like, not many, if any, companies will do that at all. Fully interactable and explorable. Hold on. Okay, multi-crew spaceships. I saw this as well. Like a couple of the spaceships, they really go into detail. But the amount of money they're asking, they better. That's another whole subject. Damn. So like, can you get your own AI crew? Or is it just other players? And like, how expansive is it? The AI, do they just walk around? Do they actually do stuff? Yeah. I mean, right off the bat, I don't even need to watch the rest of this to say, yeah, this is impressive graphically. Technically, what they pulled off here, I mean, look at this. See the atmosphere. And we're in space, baby. I love how the clouds look. Real-time biome generation. Okay. Do we have the same research lab every 200 meters? Ooh, that's cool. I like that. There's even a cave. And now it feels completely different. Look at that, someone discovering subterranean locations. Glowing mushrooms, dude. What is this, the Underdark? Damn. This is a 24-minute journey, so God knows what we're gonna see. Some mining. Dude, this brings back bad memories from Starfield right here, okay? If we can, let's get out of here quick. There we go, we're out. I don't want to mine anything anymore. No, thank you. Yeah, like, this looks impressive, yeah. Reminds me of Kaer Morhen from The Witcher. Ground fog fully integrated into the atmosphere, because of course it is. So this is what we're seeing right now. Like any other guy, I like graphics as well. It's just that I never really go into detail about them, because gameplay is at the end of the day more important. Sunlight shafts through the atmosphere. And what kind of a NASA supercomputer you need to run this? Rivers, driving, terrain, modification, and object distribution. Yeah. Just looking at the water. People always go extra hard on the water, and I love the reflections. Yeah, like, since this is on YouTube, I am pretty sure the visuals are being absolutely butchered right now, but I imagine actually playing this, like, you could fool yourself into believing this is real. We're getting there with graphics now, especially with Unreal Engine 5 and all that. Dance environment procedural generation based on roulettes? Rule sets, not roulettes. Terrain tessellation and hardware displacement. Okay, so these are all procedurally generated. And I mean, my angle with this video is to just compare it to Starfield, and in comparison to Starfield, sure, like there aren't any, say, facilities, houses, or like crazy stuff, but the terrain itself, all the foliage, the snowy parts down, the more green parts here, like they look so much more different. There's a lot more, what do you call it, geometry, like crazy stones over there, rocks, mountains over there, not the same barren looking planet with one color scheme. Like everything is actually simulated. Dynamic planet winds, driving physics simulation. Yeah, so there you go, dynamic winds. There's grass. Ooh, okay, look at this dude. Dynamic ecosystem generation for flora and fauna. So animals, well, I guess, yeah, they are animals. Fauna included, let's say. Some wind turbines. Ooh, there you go. Actual land vehicle, Todd. Oh, you like that? And your shuttle too, which you can both, I assume, drive and ride fully. You got that very Star Wars looking house too. Dun 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 dun. And this has been the same planet. We're getting close to 10 minutes, and Yeah. Let's zoom out now. Okay, I'm very seamless. This is like, at this speed, generation and rendering of volumetric clouds at planetary scale. This has to be my favorite things so far. I don't know if this is new or not to this update, but I love it. Like, it looks so good. Seamless transition from ground to space. Very seamless indeed. No loading screen. Can you believe that? In 2023, you must be crazy. We need 5 loading screens for this. To load that lens for it as well, we need like 3. All right. Who's coming in? Oh no, we're going somewhere. This is the FTL, right? Faster than light. Travel! And this looks pleasant too. Very nice. It doesn't like flash the screen with all white, burns your eyes and your brain afterwards. So Yellow Moon of Crusader, Stanton 2, Stanton system. Got an asteroid belt here. Real-time large-scale asteroid generation and rendering. Very obvious to see. That's cool. I wonder if anybody made a video about like flying through these in high speed. Just as a challenge. See, like, even this small video just gives me a lot more sense of wonder and exploration and amazement. Just because it's seamless, right? That alone. Real day night cycle based on planet rotation. This might be in Starfield as well. But the problem is, yeah, like going through system to system, loading screen, getting close to a planet, loading screen, Crusader, Stanton 2, Stanton system, getting into a planet, loading screen, and like the immersion is completely broken. Then the writing is bad, the quests are badly designed, there's literally nothing of interest, and the game is safe as hell. Narratively, it doesn't take any risk. Volumetric clouds on gas giant scale. So this is a gas giant. Oh, wow. So this is how gas giants look. To be honest, the only time I remember going into a gas giant is literally in Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy years and years ago. So I've always wondered how they would look, and this place looks sick. Orison. Floating cloud city of Crusader. This does look pretty cool. I'll give it that. This actually looks like the, what do you call it? The new Atlantis from Starfield. Look at that tree. Oh my god, that's so cool. We got Sakura, the beautiful. For anyone who doesn't know, that's Naruto German opening. See, this is 10 times more interesting, dude. I definitely want to know what the technology behind this is, how they, you know, built up the lore. But even like every single vista or like giant view of a planet they showed so far, like they could be wallpapers. Like they're that good. So we get to look at another ship. In this angle, like they look super small, but I know for a fact once it gets close, it's gonna be like super huge. Mercury. Looks like a ship straight from Mass Effect. By the way, flying space creatures. Yep, that's perfect, dude. That's all you needed to show, just flying space creatures. That's so cool. I hope these guys like make weird noises, how the big fish in the Subnautica game, like there was something similar in that game too, and they would like make these crazy scary noises. I love the atmosphere that would create. So, and one thing I gotta say is great in all Bethesda games is the soundscape, is the sound design. So far this has been graphic intense, but graphics are one part. You want good sound design to bring everything together too. Now, of course, I'm talking, which I know a lot of you find annoying. But this is a reaction video. I'll link the video I'm watching down in the description. Full credit to whoever uploaded it. So you can go ahead and check it out, by the way. Ooh, I love this. This feels really Mass Effect-y, this soundtrack right now. Multi-scale, volumetric, spacescaping. Say that 3 times fast. Spacescaping. Okay, I couldn't even do it twice. Lots of space stations we're seeing. This place looks a lot more messy though. Is that like a race? No way, okay. I don't like this place already. I mean, I like it. But this place seems super sus. What the hell is that? That a black hole? What is that? I mean, it's not black. It is some sort of a hole. Now it's black. Well, looks like just like every one of us, cameraman is also a simple man. He sees a hole. He must go through. Oh. Dude, this really feels like Mass Effect, like the Reaper, not the Reaper base, but the Collectors from Mass Effect 2. This feels like their home base. Massive, fully explorable space stations streaming on demand. Streaming on demand. So, like, what does that mean? I don't get that. Streaming on demand? So you can, like, access this whenever by yourself. You don't have to wait for the servers or anything like that. I don't even know how this game works. Like, is it like an MMORPG where if there are no servers, you're kind of screwed? The game dies as well? Not sure. Internal transit. But yeah, the vibe I'm getting is this is kind of like an MMORPG, and you go in there with a particular vision for who you are, and you just grind that. There's no way you can do everything that is on offer in this game, even at this state. And I'm sure when like the actual big updates come, that proportion of that will even get higher. And speaking of proportion, I love how big everything is and how diverse everything is. Like, we've seen that really New Atlantis looking place with like proper looking citizens, and now we're getting to this, which is, yeah, Mass Effect looking, cyberpunk looking. So if you want to hang out over here, be maybe a criminal, I guess you can do that. Sorry, I missed what was written there. Skin shader, so melanin. Another thing I don't understand. Man, this is pretty cool. The fact that none of any of this required a loading screen. Pretty sweet. But of course, like, I'll sing the praises of the graphics here, but again, you gotta fill this up with meaningful stuff. So are there meaningful quests, meaningful things to do, or are you doing like fetch quests? Right. The amalgamated something amalgamated. Can't even say it. Okay, a whole bunch of asteroids too. Yeah, this place, the way we got here too, with a suspicious black hole. Don't imagine it's too easy to get there, and even harder to survive once you do. Well, watch out. All right. Pyro tree. Hello guys, it's Pyrocynical. Look at that, we get the clouds again, my favorite part. Okay, so what kind of a planet is this? The music suddenly got really tranquil, and sunshaft occlusion on a planetary scale. Yeah, I think I get what it means, and it's just like, I just want to lay there right now, go to sleep, you know. It's pretty heaven-like. Ooh. So is this like a Earth type or some planet that's similar looking to Earth. Also, this feels like basically a truck. The equivalent of a truck. Okay, dynamic fire simulation based on voxel grids. That is looking pretty sick. Ooh, I love that. I love, yeah, stuff like this. Red Dead Redemption 2, for example, has obviously not this detail, but like it has fire spreading. And it's just super fun to see how it interacts with everything, the world in general. Far Cry is another great example, although they really toned it down after a certain game. I forget which one. But like Far Cry 2 comes to mind when I see this. That's cool. So I guess, see, that's nice to see, because that tells me even without like ready-made quests, handcrafted stuff, everything is so detailed. And this is such a gold mine for some good old open world, open galaxy, sandbox gameplay that interesting shit will happen because of all the cool systems in place. Volumetric shadows from clouds cast into atmosphere. Which that is big. And with that, add a little bit of story as well, or give real reasons to play this game. You know, by 2050, I think we got a real good game in our hands. Maybe even one of the best. But until that happens, I think this is the most I'll be doing. I'll be watching. I'll be keeping an eye on it every once in a while. I don't imagine myself playing it just yet. All right, is this sand? Not really, right? It's a different look. There seems to be some grass, a decent amount of it, but it's very unpopulated. No trees or anything like that. A beacon. Yeah, this is an interesting material, whatever it is. Or a mineral, who knows. Ooh, nice view. Small base, hello, goodbye. Yeah, another completely different looking thing. I think that's a mine. Yep, it's a hole, we gotta go in it. That's the universal rule. So much trouble could be avoided if you just didn't follow this. Water simulations on decal. Oh, that is some water simulation right there. Look at that. Wow. Even Spider-Man 2 would be ashamed with that simulation. Hierarchical object container technology for outposts and all locations. Streaming. Again, streaming. Qu'est-ce que ça va dire? Oh, look at that big ass turret, dude. I just noticed all sediments have some similar equipment, similar technology, but the planets look so much more different. The bases themselves look different. There's all this simulation going on. Look at that. Physically based advanced water effects. That is lovely. If you want to impress me, that's, yeah, just show me some water physics. Easy. I don't think I'm alone in that. And the ships also, like, there are so many cool looking ships for different purposes. I see the corporation names on them, the company names. So there's obviously a pretty decent amount of world building here. Ooh, that's nice. Physically based destruction. That looks pretty good. But what's the scale of that? What can we destroy? Like, could we destroy the entire base that we just saw? Ooh, real-time water interaction effects. Let's see it. Oh, okay. It wasn't that crazy. I was hoping when the pieces fell into the water, we see some ripples. The explosion, that crash looked nice. Real-time cloth simulation. Hello. Dynamic blood, sweat, and tears. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's cool. I wish they could show the cloth simulation a bit more though. Bit more clearly. Though, you know, cloth simulation. Nothing new in video games, of course. Been here for a good couple of decades. By that I mean like one or two. The earliest game I know which has cloud physics is Splinter Cell Chaos series. So there it is, the Star Engine. Honestly, zero complaints. Like, this is pretty sick. So yeah, man, I honestly was gonna just like compare everything to Starfield, but then I got so immersed in the trailer itself that I forgot about Starfield. But at the end, we saw a lot of water physics, for example. That's not in Starfield. A lot of small details that were paid attention to with this engine. They're not in Starfield, not even close. They're in the creation engine numero 2, the second or whatever. It's like a old man, you know, walking with a cane, just living his last days. It's just, I don't even want to compare it, like, because at the very beginning with them saying everything is basically done without a loading screen in an engine, like Starfield is already dead. It's buried 12 feet deep, not even 6, 12 feet deep in its grave already. So I just thought there was no other, like, there was no point of destroying Starfield even more. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool.